Hello.
Hello.
Glad to be back.
I feel
Okay.
violated.
Good.
That's where I want you to be.
They wanted me to be home.
Just go home, Vintef. Everyone has said it.
Yeah.
So, picking up where we left off. The party on their way to Zephrel packed down for the evening as they drew closer and closer after a run-in with some purple worms and some other baddies of the desert's lands before them. In the night, they were accosted by a large raiding party of horn hunters. Inflicted by a silent spell, running out so they couldn't alert each other quickly, you were met by this opposing force that quickly brought Ravi down to the ground, giving you a chance to save him by giving him what he wanted. This individual, large, hulking, carrying this large, kind of braided whip, who you later found out to be a gentleman named Zane, offered to allow you to heal Ravi, to not have him die here needlessly in the sands, in exchange for what he came for, the tieflings. Out of options, you threw down your weapons, which were gathered, collected. The tieflings and all of you were cuffed, save for one, as your de facto caravan master Brial, the green-skinned tiefling who accompanied Grant and talked about helping those get to where they needed to go after they were unable to successfully do so before, stood up uncuffed, calling Zane by name, telling him to stop fooling around with you, that they had gotten what they needed, and that it was their time to leave. As they loaded up the 5 tieflings, including Saishori, into the carts, left you with enough food and water and at least the clothes on your back to defend yourself, offered you a chance to go home, to not be stupid, to accept the fate that is befalling these individuals. And as they rode into the night with your carts and horses, Seven busted out of his chains and helped you all release yourselves. Standing there battered, bruised, and not feeling too great about yourselves. With plans to hatch, things to do, and asses to kick. That is where we will pick up Seven's deadly sins, starting with the boys.
I'm gonna kill him. 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 I'm gonna fucking feed him to the hammer. I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
Okay. Yes, we all want to kill them. Personally, I feel fucking ashamed that we were beaten in that manner. But we can't cry over it. We need to figure out our next steps. Where, DM, where are Sunny and the others? The elves?
They're with you. Yep, you were all
Oh,
kind
there.
of left in like a circle essentially. Seven
So-
has helped them. Actually, Seven, it's up to you. Do you help everybody get out of their cuffs or just the party for now?
Everyone's getting out their cuffs.
Okay.
I'm going to look towards Sunny and the elves. My first question before we do anything else is 3 elves, right? Or 2?
Yep.
3. So what say you 4? They've taken our friend. They've taken your traveling companions. Are you willing to come with us if we go now? Are you willing to fight?
I'm gonna smoke a bitch!
Well, good. Sunny's in. That's a start.
You see the 3 elven gentlemen kind of sheepishly, but also they look towards you, Vinteth. the one that you you healed and brought back. You know, we were hired to protect those people, and this feels like an utter failure. If it is,
Feels like an utter failure because I feel like this is an utter failure.
Don't pile on, Vinteth. Let him talk.
They took my book. I'm ignorant of them listening. I don't care. The last time I watched somebody write their name in that book after I did, right? I wrote my name in the book. The other guy dissolved into a pool of blood. So before anybody gets fucking curious over there and decides to go scribbling some shit in the book, yeah.
Maybe as non-followers of Soren Lin, they'll be the ones to disintegrate into the pool of blood, and we'll get lucky.
That'd be nice. It's a nice thought. Not very comforting, but it's a nice thought.
I'm going to eat them. All of them.
Please continue. Yes, as you can see, we all view this as a complete and utter failure.
the mother brings death, and we shall be her well wishers. We follow you, and they all look at Vinteth.
What's your name? I like you.
Holy shit, he has acolytes.
Let's
How
go.
the fuck did that happen?
You resurrected one of them.
Oh yeah, it's true. We did do that.
You know that miracle thing?
Yeah, I guess resurrection magic is not that common. I guess when I think about it. Good. So I kind of turn to everybody else, and now if everyone doesn't mind us collectively as the party, we snap our fingers, and the things we have discussed last week have been laid out.
Yeah.
So those are our options. At this point, it sounds like everyone's ready to fight. So going back to Theris is a possibility, but not necessarily what we need to do. That said, if we're trying to go find Zepharel, or if we're trying to track her now, our options are limited. And this is a question for the DM as well, because I thought so, but I didn't want to like cheese it if I hadn't. I think that myself and maybe one other person here had potentially gotten a look at the map as it was being laid out there because she was so reckless about it. And I know we had been wandering around the area, going over by her. So I'm curious, which of us, am I correct on that? And then if so, which of us read it? Can we try our best to remember it and put out our best recollection of it onto paper?
So Saishori saw it for sure, because she was there that night when it was unfurled. I believe there was talks about she asking you if you were okay with maps, and you never, that was the previous evening, and you were going to look at it the next morning.
Oh, fuck. So nobody here has seen it?
Nope.
Okay, so taking a step back for a moment. So if we want to find Zepharel, I don't even know what we're going to be relying on. Random assortments of plant life, Suji talking to them, potentially getting some sort of a hint on the direction of prior travelers in a certain direction, but we'll be flying blind. Or we pursue them now, while we can still catch the trail. We're already going to be behind with our lack of horses and carts. So we're going to continue slipping behind even if we begin following them right this second. We have to make a call.
I vote for following now.
Admittedly, my thoughts had been about going to Ferris, using our money to hire some mercenaries to even the odds, but I'm not sure we'll be able to get there and get back here and even find her, let alone find her in time. So at this point, if we want her alive, I'm not sure I see many other options.
I good with that as well. I know they took my staff, but they did not take my greatest weapons, and I just put out my fist.
Damn straight, Valia.
So I know I'm not sure what he took from you in Vintef, so I'm not sure how hindered or not hindered you guys are. Whatever you guys feel comfortable with doing, I'm with it.
I will just reach into the. I gesture towards the bag of holding. Thankfully, they missed this. I don't think they realized what it was, and I will pull my backup spellbook out of there and just say, "I'm prepared, minus the few things I learned from Sunny over the last couple of days, so I'm ready." Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. 7.
Yeah.
If we wait until the confrontation, and I pull out the ivory goat statue, I just explain the magic behind it. You can take the horn from this, and it will act as a magical longsword, but it does have a time limit of 3 hours, so we must wait until we're there. But I will have a weapon I can provide for you.
Seven looks knuckle dusters.
Oh, yeah. Well, yes. If you those are just for destroying structures, there, right?
No. They give me
Oh.
range.
All right then. Well, you're right. This is the time. I also have a sword for you though, and I will go into the bag of holding and I'll pull the knuckle dusters out for him. I also believe I have a trident or something from Zaishori in here. I don't know if any of you can use that, but we're scrambling for the few weapons we have right now, so I figure let's lay all the options out there.
I think a trident would be my best option.
Okay.
Close enough.
Where are we on rest? Like,
You did not complete a long rest.
That's what I
You have a
figured,
couple
okay.
hours left. Yeah.
Oh, so we do have to chill out for a couple of hours. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
we should, which puts us even further behind. Sorry, go ahead.
It does. DM, is there, before we finish off this rest, is there a trail? Is there an obvious trail with all of these horses and carts they've used and all of these men? In my mind, I feel like it should be very easy to follow them, even if we're not keeping pace.
Make a survival check.
Can we all do that?
Sure. Can I, with advantage, Tinker's on the help?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Tinker's, take a look. Look for paths. Let's see what we've got.
I'm gonna eat his face.
You damn well better.
Nope.
All right, that's a survival check with advantage. 13. Nice.
23 is off, baby. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Zoth.
Well, it's the first one anyway, so mine, but
Yeah.
I attribute it to the cat anyway.
So yeah, I think all of you starting to take a look around. You do notice again. There's a lot of active movement from the scuffle and just how many people were here the night before, or a few hours, like an hour ago. You can see the the cart marks. So finding the tracks here are not hard. Vinteth, I think as you're taking a look, you're like, okay, yeah, the tracks are there. But you also, I think, Vinteth, you have a deeper understanding of, you know how long you guys have been traveling here and the different weather conditions. It's possible you could keep this track and follow them all the way to where they're going. How long the winds and the pushing of the sands erases that, you're unsure. So it's still probably doable. It's just how long. It's still a time thing.
All right, our ship's in Theris, or
Our ship is in Theris, but you know it can't.
yeah, but
handle
we could just sending to one of our crew and have them get a mercenary company. It's not like we didn't leave them with any fucking money.
They'll be days out. How would we direct them?
That's a good question.
Look,
Big
if we're
flyer.
if we're chasing them anyway, I don't see a problem with us Especially if we, Vintet, do you believe we're going to have the time to wait? Should we move right now?
I think we're gonna lose the trail within the next hour or two. As soon as morning comes, the winds pick up. They're gonna be gone.
DM mechanically, if we find at some point today for a couple hours of downtime, will that complete the long rest, or will it essentially we have to restart if we don't get it right now?
If you do not get it right now, it would start over. It has to be on 8 hours uninterrupted. You have all completed a short rest at this point.
Oh, honestly, I'm magically, I'm somewhat tapped out. I'm not going to be ready to fight these people if we have to go now.
Damn.
Well, if that's the case, we need everybody at 100%. I said we take the time to rest, and in the meantime, we can, I don't know, say some prayers, try to reach out to people somehow. There's things that we could still kind of game plan.
I agree, Valia. I think we should explore those options.
After he's finished kicking dust and using a string of what you can only guess is gnomish swear words, Sonny comes up to you guys. All right. I heard bits and pieces. Sorry, I've been venting for a bit. Look, it's not much. If I can get close, I could probably track him at some point.
I feel like in animal shape, I might be able to track as well. Mostly the horses, but even with the wind, the scent usually sticks around a bit.
That works too. I was talking about magic shit.
I mean, I think
Turning into an animal is kind of magic shit, Sonny.
You know, that's actually pretty true. Touche, Druid man.
Sonny, what tracking magic do you have available?
I don't have it yet, but in the morning I could be prepared to locate a creature or bitch or two.
Right, so let's rest, regroup, reach out to who we need to, and in a couple of hours we move.
That sounds good.
Yeah, what's the policy on casting something like in the middle of a long?
That is a good question I was going to be asking too. Been a while.
What are you referring to?
Sending spells in this 2-hour gap.
I would allow it just because it is not a offensive spell. It is not like, you know.
We're not in a fight. We're not attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I would still consider that part of light rest and not moving.
Cool.
Well, we've already discussed those we could potentially reach out to. I'm happy to, since I don't know if anyone specifically wants to reach out to Count von Jurek. It should probably be you, Vinteth. You were the one that gave your blood, after all. I can reach out to Marcelo Bain and see if he has any information. See if we have anything additionally that we can trade him for said information. We could also check and see if Katori remains in the area. He seemed to have at least some level of fondness for Zaishori. Maybe he'd be willing to divert his travels and come help if he's close.
Katori was my first thought.
Or Katori might even know about what's it called?
The
A
Zane
black
cocksucker? Yeah.
market.
Vinteth, pre-end of my long rest, just so you're aware, I have 2 castings. So I can pick 2 from our list. In my mind, the most important on my end would be Katori and Marcelo. And then I think if you've got the spell, you should reach out to count the count.
Yeah, I have exactly 1 because I have no 3s, but I have a 4.
Okay,
I can,
so
I
then
can
we're
upcast that.
So then we're not today. Well, today, pre-long rest, we are
Yeah,
not contacting the broker, Chauncey, or Corpia, which I
Yep.
think those are probably the least important on that list
Yeah.
anyway.
I'm good with those 3.
Okay.
Well, Seven already wrote a letter to the broker.
So for now, we're not rousing the crew and being like, "Hey, get us a force of like fucking 40 dudes that are coming to kill some motherfuckers." No.
Unless we're going back ourselves, I'm just not sure if they'll be able to make it to us. I mean, Kotori may be close. We know he was in the area, but anyone else? Yeah, that's why I brought up Count.
Yeah, I don't even know how the fuck we got here in the first place. We were following Glaciori and Draconis. Yeah. Then how the fuck will we get back? We don't even know where we are.
I'm sure Sunny could figure that out.
Sonny, do you know how to get back to Theros?
What?
Do you know how to get back to Theros town over there we came from?
I mean, worst case scenario, if we just go back the way we came, eventually we'll hit the mountains, and then we can go through the valley again, and then start heading southwest. Eventually, we'll hit that giant pit in the ground, and then we can just take that straight down to where Theros should be, roughly.
That was my thought as well, but also going
It's
through
not.
the valley again on foot with Behirs and shit.
That is true. I mean, we can take the long way. We can go around the mountain.
We don't got time for it. It's a long way.
Oh, that's the problem.
Ah, fuck.
Yes, Vinteth, we are in fact between a rock and a hard place.
We're actually in a desert.
Yes. Yes, Sonny, we are in a desert.
We passed rocks in hard places like yesterday.
Okay, I'm going to reach out to Katori first. I imagine the messages with Marcelo Bain could get a bit more complicated, so I'm more confident I can resolve a yes or a no out of Katori within one message.
Just let me know who's going first. What was saying.
I'm just writing it out so I can get my 25 in.
What is Glaciori still having her ring?
Oh yeah, that was my.
It should be a Spirit Guardians in there,
Yeah.
I think. Because presumably you replaced it that night after we did the thing, after she did the flying and the getting people over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I might have upcasted it for her too, the 4th level, just to use the slot. I don't remember. Do not recall.
Anything else I need to communicate? How can I get specific? What direction are they heading? Since we currently have the path? Like north, south, east, west?
From you would be southwest.
They headed southwest.
Yes.
Okay.
You guys were traveling northeast still.
So they are heading in the general direction, very generally speaking, of Theros.
Give or take.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll also mention or remind that you did hear from your captive while you did have him that they do have a stronghold somewhere in that mountain.
Oh, in the mountain range. Got it. So, all right, probably towards the mountains. Okay. Message to Katori. Past the valley, through cabins, Zaishori taken by horn hunters. Moving southwest, possibly towards the mountains. We are pursuing. Are you available to help? Anything would be appreciated.
XOXO.
No, I was out of words. No room for hugs and kisses. We got shit to do.
One or two goes by. Eventually, like you get a pretty rapid response. All right. He knows how the spell works, so he's counting his words carefully.
Yep, I got it.
Just outside of Glairdan. Could be there in few days. JJ might be able to get me quicker. Have tried Elvira. That's a question. He's just running out of words.
Yeah, I got you. One sec.
Elvira's
Sorry.
the cartographer. No.
No,
There's
Elvira's the
tiefling.
tiefling.
Yeah. Keep mixing those two up.
Yeah,
Fur is burning.
that was the one who gave her the initial info on the pilgrimage.
Correct.
That's right. She works. She should theoretically be in Zepharel right now. I completely forgot about that. We do have a contact there. Sorry. I'll relay the information to the group. Okay, so I obviously with the limitations of the spell, I don't know exactly how the broker's going to get him here, but it might be worth using one of these messages on him instead to try to do so. Otherwise, Katori will be here, be in this direction in a few days. He also mentioned Elvira, who admittedly slipped my mind. If I remember correctly, though, she said she worked in the settlement at Zepharel. She could be there now. We have 2 more spells left before we're sacrificing our strength of the day. Maybe I say Marcelo Bain was a long shot. I'm perfectly fine reaching out to the broker to see if he can help with Katori. On your end, Vinteth, what do you think?
I think Elvira's a better shot than Count von Jurek.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hopefully she remembers us.
She should. I sure called her mommy.
Dear Elvira, your daughter kidnapped outside Zepharel. Please help us.
From JJ's pet.
Okay, I'll reach out to the broker. Vintef, are you okay with Elvira?
Yeah, I'm figuring out what I want to say to her.
Okay. Wait, you guys did update the broker, right? So like he knows generally what's going on?
Manny did. 7 did.
7 did.
Oh, because he sent the note.
So we don't
He
know what.
knows very generally what happened.
Okay.
What did you tell him exactly, 7?
Yes, it's important, 7. I only
Real
20.
traitorous bitch. There's 40 of them, and that Zane nearly killed Ravi.
Did you tell him that Zaishori was taken?
That too.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even tell him they took all my stuff.
Call that character growth.
Right. Okay, so he knows. So this should make it a little easier. Thank you, 7.
Yeah. 7 just hitting everything around here. All this brush gone. Everything's uprooted.
Sonny's just behind you screaming, "Yeah, do it!
Yeah.
Fuck that bush!"
Am I any good with improvised weapons?
As good as anybody else.
I'm perfect.
You are an improvised weapon.
Too
All
mad
right.
to care. Still ripping
Wait, and
stuff up.
can we just send him another letter? Or do we have to do a sending spell? I'm losing my mind.
Once
So-
a day.
One a day.
Ah, and he already. God damn it. It's fine.
The day is almost over.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Like after midnight's different.
To our boy Jeremiah. Since he should already know, I'm sure he's been taken. Pursuing horn hunters. Katori willing to help. Says you can get him there sooner. Heading southwest from Valley towards mountains outside Ferris. Can you help?
I can possibly get him close. I'm not with him. Chance of catastrophe, but he's sturdy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had a couple words left there. So
for it.
I would have wanted to indicate there to him last cast today. So he knows I can't respond to his response.
Mhm. Sketch map 7 send morning.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sounds good. Okay, that's it for me in terms of my sending spells. We'll be finished the logins.
I'm counting my words. 1, 2. All right, good enough for me. Dearest Elvira, Zaishori kidnapped me pilgrimage. We're in desert outside Mountain Valley towards Zepharel. Are you available to help? We are in pursuit. Last spell.
Did we ever find out what Elvira was, like in terms of her class or any of that?
Nope.
Like what?
Nope.
Okay, I'm just curious. We knew what she was actually capable of herself.
Vinteth, can you roll a D100?
Oh boy.
That's interesting. Oh, yep. Okay.
86.
Cool. A few moments go by and you're unsure at first whether or not you're going to get a response. A minute passes, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Eventually, you hear, not quite static, but like a very weird response to kind of this sending spell magic. Thank you. I'm aware of the situation. We are not handling it yet. But continue your path. Help will be there.
Okay.
All right. I'll tell everybody. I think Elvira is sending backup. Said keep pursuing.
Okay.
She knows it's happening somehow.
Good to hear Zephrel actually deciding to take some action. How about that? Poor fucking tieflings. God, what a mess.
Oh. Then before we take our rest, can I start equipping the great knuckle dusters?
You sure can.
Hell yeah.
I'll pull the trident for Suji. It doesn't need attunement, but it's just so he
Plus
has
one.
it. Yeah.
So it's +1.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a +1 trident. Right, Rose? Oh, I don't know if she's listening at the moment. She it would be fair if she wasn't. She is
stepped away.
kidnapped.
She stepped away for a sec.
That's fair.
I
But yeah,
believe it's a plus one.
I'm almost positive it's a +1 trident.
Do you have my old hammer in there, or what the fuck did I do with that?
So wait,
Either you tossed it or it's in the bag. I'm not 100% sure, but it might be.
Vinteth, Elvira said they already know and they're planning to do something?
She said she's aware and that help will be there. Continue your path.
Unless JJ reached out to her. Who the fuck was in that encampment was like part of that party that she would already know?
There could have been perhaps another spellcaster.
When did we lose Draconis?
Oh, that's a point.
They're in the purple orb fight.
Hmm. It's possible he explained things to her and she put two and two together before we did.
Maybe the Guardians do come back in some way when they are killed here into Zephrel. We really have no idea how that magic works.
Maybe they see the entire pilgrimage the entire time and say, fucking call the week, screw them. Who knows?
So we pursue, knowing there may be aid. Sounds like there's a chance with Katori based on what the broker said, and there's a chance Zephrel sends their own forces. But if not, we plan to do this ourselves.
Yep.
They caught us off guard. If we do the same to them, I believe we can take.
So you think we should just push through the night?
No, it's the morning. It's the morning.
It is the morning.
We've done 6 hours of our 8-hour long rest, so
7 is back to full strength.
that's why we're taking a
You guys
couple.
need a couple hours, yeah.
7 needs 6.
Fuck yeah, brother! You want some bat guano? I got plenty. So pull it out of a bag. We're gonna burn it down.
But Sonny, I am willing to listen to any crazy batshit plans you may have. As we were discussing, we realized we might have an option if we find them in some sort of an encampment. We have the purple worm bait bag that was used to draw the worm to us. Could give us something to potentially stir some chaos if we can sneak that into their camp.
That's more of a plan than I had. I was just gonna keep throwing fireballs until it died.
That was admittedly my first thought, but I feel like we may need more if they are playing this thing smart and cautiously.
Yes, I need fireball too.
Hell yeah, spear some bat guano on you.
Ah,
I'm gonna have the elf boys join me in prayer.
They will.
I
Oh.
know I jest, but we may as well say our prayers before we go. Couldn't hurt.
I mean, what are we sending? What am I sending a sketch of the broker to? Of?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Let's start trying our best in this couple of hours we have to construct this map. And I'll pull out some paper and some ink.
What kind of check is this?
Who is helming the check to make the map?
Shit, what would that even be? I don't mean to get metagamey here, but I'd really like to enhance the ability of that person, and I have no idea what sort of a check this is going to be.
Definitely don't think it's me.
I would think that's either survival or could be performance, but I don't know about that. It's probably survival. So wait, could DM, could I help Valir with this? Like if Valir, in the sense of I'm doing the physical drawing, but Valir is remembering. You know, like the path we took, and that general idea.
Yeah, that would allow. It's gonna be one check, so I will say this: it is going to be a group check. You can tell
Okay.
me how you are assisting this, and that's going to change the DC.
Okay.
So one person's gonna make the roll, but everybody needs to tell me how they are attempting, if they want to, how they are attempting to assist the person drawing the map to make it.
Sure. My assistance would come in the form of the thing I saw the most, the beginning of the trip, my usage of the arcane eye, the insane amount of scouting I was doing. I feel like I would have a very good general sense of like the start of the map, the shape from Theris to the pit, and the pit extended outwards. From there, I would think my thoughts on that might be a little bit more muddy, but that's where my focus and help would go.
Seven's focus would be towards the pit, then to the crossroads with the symbols and stuff that we couldn't read, but sure he could. The infernal writings.
I
Seven like
will.
the shapes.
I will help distance wise because I have been checking the ley lines ever so often every time we get a break. And I also distinctly remember that smell of incense when we fought that one elemental. So I had kept that in mind of where that was.
And I would say a lot of the mountainous path for me, especially because at the end I was trying to see if like the rocks were like more man-made, like purposely there.
And you climbed all the way the fuck up the mountain.
Yeah, you did get the best view, and you were literally on top of it all.
Yeah.
Hey, Elf Brothers.
General druid nature-y stuff.
Elf Brothers, any of you guys good with maps?
I dabble a little bit. I'm not a classically trained cartographer, but I've been known to doodle.
Help. Come help. That's good enough. You draw alongside whatever they draw, and whichever one looks better, we'll send.
So, for the sake of this, I will like. Okay, so here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna give you each a skill check to roll. For each success, it will lower the DC of drawing the map correctly. For each failure, as long as it's not a failure by 5 or more, it won't hinder the map making. So, Robbie, I would like you to give me a straight intelligence check.
Okay. Not with advantage. I'll take my final reroll on that. My minors.
Mhm.
I have one of those left. All right, 17.
Seven, same thing. Give me just a straight intelligence check.
All right. 10.
Okay. Suji, I would like you to give me either a nature check or a history check. Your choice.
Same. Feel like nature's Suji.
And Valir, for you, I would like you to give me a straight wisdom check.
He is very wise.
He is indeed wise. All right, and then for this, for the sake of it, Vinteth, I would like you to roll me the d20. This is for our elven gentleman to draw the map.
12.
12. Okay. Plus his survival. Brings it to 14. Minus 2. Okay.
Oh, by the way, DM, I do want all 3 of these elves' names so we can get attached to them before they die in the fighting.
That's a fair way to live. Yeah. Don't name your pets, man.
Yeah, I was hesitant to ask. I've been thinking about it. I'm like, do I really want to ask their names? I just want to keep
names of those who survive.
I just want to keep referring to them as like my elven brothers because they're following me.
So based on all of your input and their personal skill of the basics of cartography and kind of just working with ink, he draws a rough because it's quick, but for you all look at it at the end and it's like, yeah, you can see kind of the pathway of like where you guys left Theris and hit to the oh yeah, this is how far the distance is to get to the pits, and then we traveled along the line here, and oh, there's where we went to the carnival, and then we said fuck it, and then we went over to the mountains, and seems like a good approximation.
Right.
He kind of shows it to you. It's like, not the most clean work, but here you go.
Better than I could have done. Thank you, brother.
I would. I would want to. Oh. I was going to say, before we send this, I would just like to mark our proximate position. Then obviously circling the mountain range and putting just a little note there because we don't know exactly where this hideout is, but putting as much information that couldn't be communicated in the sending about the bandits as possible, because maybe that's going to clue in JJ as to maybe more about who these people are, and let him on his side get a little more specific. So any info we forgot to send the broker, besides that, I assume we could just write down on this map and then send that off.
Yeah, tell him we talked to Elvira. She said there's gonna be backup. She's aware.
Easy enough to do. Before we keep going, Rose, are you there? Are you still away?
I'm here.
Okay. I'll ask you. I know you weren't feeling well earlier. I can keep going with just the boys tonight and pick up with your part the next time we play, or I can skip over to you. I don't want to, force anything on you while you're not feeling great. If you want, because it's going to be a lot of just you one on one. So I just wanted to check in with you before I cut this scene.
I appreciate it. We can keep going with the boys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Easy enough. You heard her, boys. Back to work.
The captive is captive.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
Yep.
In fact, maybe I'll keep it fun. Maybe before we meet again, I'll do Rose's stuff separately, so none of you know what the fuck's going on.
Oh yeah.
Metagamers.
Interestingly enough, speaking of metagaming, if in fact we can't get her out of the camp prior to the attack, she does have a surprise spirit guardians for anybody in her immediate vicinity. Could be a nice little thing.
You popping Guardians for
Not-
free?
Not right this second, but that would be funny though. She just pops it just to beat him up a little bit.
He thinks it's Spirit Guardians before somebody found out Robbie put a fireball in there by accident. I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardian.
Oh shit.
I think we know where they are now. Fireball in the distance. Anywho.
Yep.
You complete your map. Is there anything that you wish to do before you all finish the last hour or so of your? I'll count all of this preparation as kind of light work. So that'd be the second to last hour of your long rest needed. Is there anything else you want to do before essentially you finish sleeping for the evening and get your full long rest?
I'm gonna remind the group that we did receive a message to Nikolai that the auction's happening in 4 weeks. So if we don't make it, we have a backup. That the Horn Hunter auction's happening in Theris.
Well, I certainly hope it doesn't. Zaishori's in captivity that long, but it's good to know that there's an option if we fail again.
I like to pray to Rugborg. I need help. They took my friend Zaishori. I need a map of where. What's before the wastes? Town we were in.
Theris.
From Ferris to Zephyral. I need a map. An image of it. I need to help my friend.
Get the 5G fucking Wi-Fi download coming in.
I mean, there's no question, as one would think, as the god of history, that Rugbarg knows. It's just a matter of whether he's gonna finally answer our boy.
Hook you
It
up.
wasn't time before.
Time now.
Do a religion check.
All right. Nope.
No, that's the best thing you could have rolled. What are you talking about?
That's the first 7. We get 2 more.
Oh, that's right. So,
Yeah.
That's the
Still had-
uninterrupted 7s, though.
Right,
Established.
well,
Yep.
this is my second 7 roll.
You're gonna ruin it right now.
I don't know yet.
I have not. I said
Yeah.
consecutive.
Yeah.
this is 7 second 7 in a row. He has not rolled anything in between. So no, there's
No,
10.
yeah, I did.
Mine.
Yeah, that roll.
Ah,
Damn.
No triple sevens. Anyway,
Damn it. How dare I be as smart as I am? Only I was 4 points dumber.
as I go up
Three.
and look, it's like, shit, there was a third seven.
Yeah.
What is
Cool.
it again? 3 in a row, and what happens? I'm losing my mind.
Something.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Got
Something.
it. We don't know. Cool.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Something glorious will happen if there are triple
Oh, man.
sevens.
Come on, dice.
That work
Like I
from I
said,
committed a
there-
month ago.
There are exactly 2 ways triple seven works. It's either 7 rolls 3 sevens in a row, or 3 of you uninterrupted are 3 sevens in a row.
Got it.
Those are the only ways we will accept triple sevens. I have to put some restrictions on you assholes.
Yeah.
Feels fair.
Damn intelligence.
So you prepare yourselves the best you can, gather what materials and take stock of the weaponry you have left. You watch as seemingly out of nowhere, Sonny starts materializing swords and handing them out to like the elven gentleman, like sword, and his sword.
Sonny, where did you hide those?
Magic.
I need magic.
You watch as he puts his hand, lean down,
Okay.
puts his
That
hand
is
behind
pretty
your like, it's like shit. You don't have ears behind your head. Pulls out a sword. Here you go.
Yeah. Thank you. I think this is the first time I've ever had a sword. Didn't buy any.
I find that surprising.
Yeah. Like axes and shovels and tridents and spears and a jail door and bars and
Ah, good old jail door.
yeah. I had chakrams. Those were fun.
I don't know what a
mix-
chakram is.
It's like a sword, but a circle.
Huh.
And you throw it.
Fancy.
Yeah.
I'm ready to burn this guy's house down.
I'm gonna eat them.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Can I watch?
Yeah. My record is
Hell yeah,
12
brother.
things in a minute.
Personally, I'd love to put his head on a fucking spike outside of Theris and let anyone else know who considers the career of horn hunting what awaits them.
Yeah, let's
will-
chop his dick off too.
Oh, yes.
Let's hunt his horn. Woo!
Oh my god.
Oh, yes. Genitals.
Oh my gosh.
I know what they are.
Note to self: don't mess with Sunny.
Yeah, seriously. Goodness.
And while this is going on, I also asked Robbie from the bag of holding for like 5 pounds of.
5 pounds of the Nelfinian ore?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll pull it out and give it to him.
Sonny, you got a weapon for me?
What do you like?
Sword, warhammer, any kind of martial weapon works.
He does like a waves his hands around. He's like, oh, over here. Oh, whoop. Sword.
Oh,
Bro, just for me as the player, what freaking spell is that? I'm
Magic.
having real trouble here. Oh my god.
Sunny magic.
Magic. Clear, I still have a lot to learn.
Dirty, dirty street magic. That's what you put.
Ah.
The best magic.
I mean, if you're that interested, you can give me a Arcana check if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like
Sure.
to know. I'll give it my best. 11.
I will say with that, also give me say perception or insight check.
Okay. Not my best.
Hey, we just
You
need some
are
more.
you are brought in by the illusion, man. He is, the sleight of hand is real with Sunny.
What even is this guy? Questions for later.
All right.
Is it wrist
I need
pocket?
a sword.
Is it fucking wrist pocket somehow?
You know the capacity of wrist pocket? Is it?
No. Maybe he's got like some fucking giga version. Who knows?
I cannot remember. There is some wizard spell about straight up creating things, but I cannot freaking remember the name right now, and it's killing me. But oh my god, is the spell literally called creation? I'm gonna fucking. Okay. Okay.
He's a dirty, dirty street magic.
All right. Suji, make a random roll. You need a 7. You too, Vinteth. So many.
Oh, and the 7 rolls are post bonus, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
It is not the 7 on the die. It is a 7 total.
Okay, so we're back to 1.
Yes, we are. What? 1. I know. Yeah, that is the other point. It is not roll. It has to be a roll I call for. You cannot say you're doing something and just roll a dice and be at 7. I have to ask you for the roll.
I love the fact that you have to remind us of something. That is also just a basic D&D roll.
It is just a basic
We
D&D
can't
roll.
just say we're doing something and then roll for it.
Don't get me wrong. I appreciate you all saying I want to do X, but let me give you what type of roll it is first. Or sometimes it doesn't need a roll. Sometimes you just know shit. Like you guys are very smart, capable, mostly capable adventurers.
Mostly.
Anywho,
he's talking about Zoth.
Zoth is secretly the most powerful of us all.
Yeah, he did touch
I
the one that
murdered
died.
thing.
I saw it. He was on me.
After you get your preparations in order, you've sent off your various sending spells, you've drawn a map, you've prepared yourself, armed yourselves and each other for what is to come next. You are able to rest down for another hour or so. Eventually, the 5 of you gain a long rest. Go ahead and mark off your half your hit dice back, all your spell slots, all your hit points, any of your features and things that can regenerate on a long rest.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
The morning is yours and yours alone. What would you like to do? Bring this is in.
We follow the path, baby.
Deadly 5.
Oh god.
Yeah. I'm gonna send the thing to the map to the broker.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will be doing one like prayer to Handra, telling him that his like scythe got stolen, even though technically I crafted it.
Sure, give me a religion check.
Boom, boom. Basically, my prayer is somewhat along the line of, "Hey Handra, a little more serious note. We got ambushed, stuff taken. I still have the armor, but the weapon is gone. I want it back, but I want to see if I can make a new one." Bam. It's not a 7, damn it.
Oh, I'm gonna jump on nope. I will be right back.
I'm gonna run and grab a drink.
All right. 2-second intervention. I'm gonna go bathroom.
Me too. Me too. I'll be right back.
Well, you're here, Suji.
Mm-hmm.
As you say this prayer, kind of just in the early morning hours as you're awake, just kind of in the back of your mind. Oh, you want something, do you?
Yes, hon. I need it to the forge. Yearn
Alright,
for the
well.
forge.
How pissed are you about it?
I'm pretty fucking pissed. Not only did they screw us over, take away one of our friends, they also took something prized of a god.
That's a feeling I can get behind. You see, out of all the things I've told my people I created, friends, family, whatever you want to fucking call it, that's fucking important. They don't fuck with family.
Might not be the time to ask, but something happened personally, I assume.
May not be the time, but we'll talk. So, how bad do you want it?
I really want. I want to have one of the bloodiest battles across the land.
Oh, you're only half right. Oh yeah, they put their dirty hands on something that doesn't belong to them. But my weapon's right here. Pick it up.
Oh shit.
I reach out and try to grab something, assuming I don't actually see it.
You have no vision here. This is just you in prayer, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But as you instinctually put your hand out and you think about the weapon that is at your side, the thing that you forged at the foundry, you feel the glass shaft in your hand, the weight of it on your fingertips. Suji, as you open your eyes, you can see before you, very familiar, very ready, glass scythe.
Shit.
We have some conversations to have, but go have some fun. Bye.
Oh,
Dang, Suji getting all the loot.
we're gonna fully use the power of this scythe this time.
You fucking better.
Wait, I know we're not hearing this conversation. He hasn't been using the full power of the site.
Fuck no.
We have never truly seen the full power of the scythe.
I believe it.
He always fucking misses with the scythe and it hits with the fucking ass end.
That's true. He does get a lot of kills with that butt. That butt is deadly.
But yeah, CJ, as you open your eyes from prayer, where once was a serviceable trident, you now see at your side a very familiar glass of black obsidian scythe.
So, if we're looking at him, what exactly do we see?
Yeah, is it like a pop in and pop out, or does it like seem to transform itself?
It is for anybody, and I would say the only ones that would have a chance at this are Valir and Vintef. You know, it's kind of one of those uncanny moments. It's you guys were waking up for the morning, you finished your long rest, Suji went off on his own, and just you weren't looking. But as Suji starts to kind of like reapproach the group, he is just, you see scythe in hand. Like it's just his weapon has reappeared for him. Or in his hand. Yeah.
I started like nudging Vintef. He's like, "Hey, look, he's talking to his god."
Oh my gosh. So mean to Vinta.
I'm gonna spin my sword in my hand, stick it in the ground, and just
Shouldn't
just
want to be
rest
God.
rest my wrist up on it and say, "Fuck you, Valir." Internally, I'm thinking, the gods can do that. What?
Well, his can.
What?
I kind of walk back to the group. So we ready to hunt down these fuckers?
I'm kind of looking around, looking all empty-handed. I'm like, I guess Sonny.
What do you want?
Can you like a quarterstaff? That's all I need. Something.
Yeah, I can fuck with a stick. Whoop. Stick.
Once I get my money back, Sonny, I got you.
Don't worry about these ones. This is revenge weapons. Revenge is free. They can get that all fucking day.
Yeah.
Free for us and hopefully very, very expensive for them.
Instead of just thinking I should have taken the pauldrons.
I'm just
You already-
imagining
you already
Hondrick
have a
getting
god.
messaged every day.
It's too bad. Mine keeps telling me it's not time. Rarely answers.
Telling time.
Yeah.
And I will. I believe this is going to be futile, but I figure before I leave, I may as well give it a shot. I am going to pray to Workin. I know the chance of you hearing me from here is slim. But you have told me you are there to guide the lost. After enlisting me into your service, I've only felt more lost. And right now, we do need help. Those who are lost certainly need your help. Any direction you can give would be valuable. I cannot save you until I've saved those I travel with.
Give me your religion check.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, so be it. We tried.
Buddy, while you're deep in prayer, Valir.
Yes.
So everyone's preparing to move in the morning and gathering their things. You're, seeing Suji emerge with his, his scythe back at his side. It's strange. Somewhere off in the distance, kind of back towards where the mountain range was, you see dark clouds starting to form in the sky. You see a quick crackle of electrical energy, before it dissipates.
Did I sense any weird like energy or anything from that?
No, no sense. Just something that you caught out of the corner of your eyes. Somewhere in the distance, you saw these dark clouds, a crackle of what seemed to be a storm that started to form, but then quickly dissipated. Ravi, as you come out of prayer. The morning is yours and yours alone. What would you like to do, gentlemen?
Get moving.
Yeah.
Nobody else has anything to do. It's time to roll.
Sonny, if he can start locating bitches.
Is the trail officially gone? Do we need him to do that yet?
Well, all right. Here's the first part. My thing only works for 1,000 feet for 10 minutes, so I'm not gonna do it yet. I'm gonna do it when we get closer to the mountains because I feel like they're somewhere in the mountains.
That's what our captive said.
Yeah.
All right.
So once we, like I said, we think closer, I can go ahead and start working on that and seeing if I can track down whoever I'm familiar with. I can track Brial, I can track Saishori, I can track. I can probably track. Nah, this ain't well enough. Though he's a fucker. Probably Saishori. Saishori is probably good.
Right. Let's go.
Cool. Whoever is helming the expedition, I need a survival check. I will say with advantage because I'm assuming somebody, if any, not everybody, is helping you along the way.
We should have made a backup copy of the map, guys.
Yes, well, in retrospect, we probably should have begun suspecting Briol sooner, so lots of lessons.
I meant before we sent it to the broker.
Oh, well, I was actually the first one was kind of a rough sketch, but I thought I could do better. So he throws another map down.
My man.
I thank you. I don't know why you will align yourself with such a diplomat, but thank you.
Yes.
Don't ask. Just don't ask.
I think after my talk with Hondrik, I'm gonna try leading the charge.
We got confident Suji right now.
Suji the Great coming to fucking conquest.
Let's see how great I am.
It certainly rhymes with great.
Great.
You are one off. We would have needed one more. Suji, you're heading north.
Fuck, do you know what direction it is? It's all desert.
The mountains are that way.
Yeah.
So okay, so the fun part is you guys, as long as you're trying to head southward, cannot be going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
That is the fun caveat of the group that you currently have.
Suji still fucked it up
Going the
somehow.
wrong yeah, so it's not so much fucked it up. Over the course of the next couple hours, you're still heading towards the mountain range. Every once in a while, Suji starts to like veer too much northward, and Ravi, you're just like, nope, Symphony's this way, therefore you're wrong.
I see.
Yeah.
We can use that as our director. Yeah.
So since you know where you are in relation to the symphony, Ravi always knows roughly which way you should be going in this direction.
The missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense to me.
So you all spend the better part of the next day traveling by foot. You know, to get to this part took you the better part of a day on horseback. So probably to get back to where the mountain range is probably going to take you on foot the better part of like 2 or 3 days, basically.
Okay.
So first day goes trudging along, moving in a direction, keeping moving. You think you're still roughly moving in the direction of the mountain range, but eventually you're able to push throughout the course of the day. You make it to the early evening, to a point where you're ready to set up camp, unless you're just trudging through the night. It's up to you guys if you're trying to make up ground now that you're at full rest, or if you want to sleep. It's up to the party how they wish to proceed.
Just remember what exhaustion does, honestly.
First point is disadvantage on ability checks.
Oh, that's probably rough for us trying to find them.
My only concern is them having scouts and seeing it coming.
Yeah, I think we need our skills for when we find them. I'm not sure that we can push through the night. Fuck. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah, no worries.
Maybe we need to do that the first day, like push through one night, try to rest the second, something like that. This should be at least a couple days going back, right?
For you guys on foot, yes.
Yeah, so I would say we push through the first night, try to rest the second. That would be my pitch.
Agreed.
All right.
Sounds good.
So as you all continue onward, you do all take 1 level of exhaustion as you push through the night. In addition, I would like you all to make a Constitution saving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are all able to continue to push and make your way through, pushing off the bits of exhaustion. You watch as you're all equally tired but still motivated to keep moving. I would like, at this point, another survival check for whoever is continuing to lead the path. So this is going to be a straight roll, whoever does it, because it's disadvantage for exhaustion, but advantage because the party's helping.
Can I enhance them for the straight roll on the travel?
No.
Oh, because this is ongoing. This isn't a single. Got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Understood.
Yep. So straight roll, survival check for whoever wants to helm this part of the travel.
Sure, I'll do it.
I feel like you guys would really want Suju to do it after the initial.
Is it survival, right?
Yep. Valir, as you kind of take up the front, you at this point, it's been a day plus at this, hour. Any tracks have vanished. You've lost sign of wherever the carts were moving and the footfalls of this horde of 40 men was going. So you dig into what you know best, the ley lines. Just because the crossroads is gone does not mean you've lost your connection to what the world is. So you start to reach out to that connection, something you've been tapping into this entire way. And with that, you're able to kind of feel familiar pockets, the flow of energies, get yourselves and the party back onto a familiar line, at least, to where you think you're heading at least enough in the direction of where the valley was. Like you've corrected your path enough that you know, okay, if we keep going this way, we should hit roughly where that entranceway is to that the cavern that you guys traversed a couple of days ago. As about a couple hours past midday, all of you, I think, Thalia, you're the first to see it. You can see the mountain range on the horizon. Familiar place where you once were coming from. Somewhere in which you know, based on the information you were given, the stronghold exists. You think, Valir, by your best estimation, if the party continued to push, you could probably hit the mountains by this evening. It's up to you guys whether or not you want to get to there and rest there, if you're going to rest in the desert, however you want to proceed. You still have a couple hours of daylight left.
Like I said, my only concern is that as we approach the mountains, they'll have scouts and see us coming.
That's definitely a concern. We don't want to be ambushed or sneaked up upon again.
So do we rest now and then keep going at night?
I think 2 nights without sleep, if we encounter them tomorrow, is going to be tough. I would personally. I know we might need to make up time tomorrow, but I would like to rest tonight.
All
No,
right.
it's better. Yeah, it's better safe than sorry.
No, we're gonna rest. Like we have a few hours of daylight left. Like, are we gonna stay and rest in the desert, or are we gonna push for another couple hours and go sleep near the edge of the mountain?
Oh, I see.
I feel like the edges of the mountains where they would most likely patrol.
Possibly
Real-
have scouts.
We really can't risk them knowing anything for.
Did that fucker give you any idea? Like, was there stronghold north, south, like where in the mountains where it was? Did he get any ideas? Like we could try to skirt it a little bit.
I can't remember being clued in about any of that.
Which way did that asshole flee that got away? I would assume that's the general direction.
Went south from the fight, but he also didn't have any other direction to really go at. While we were traveling through the mountains, was there many other paths except for the one rocky path that Grant suggested that we could take?
There were a couple of forks in the road. There was that one very prominent one that did lead southward. When you guys fought the basilisks, but you ended up taking the northern path because that was more the direction that your Draconis was pointing you.
And just to confirm, because the one thing I didn't understand that Sonny said before, he said like fall through like the pit to go to Ferris or whatever. He wasn't talking about the giant hole in the waist. Did we like actually know what he was talking?
He was
I heard
he was describing like if you keep heading west enough, you'll hit the pit, and then you just go southward from that.
Oh,
and that
okay.
should lead you to Theris. He was basically saying, I know the big markers of things that could
Yeah.
get us back home, even without somebody who knows where the fuck they're going.
Now, me hearing you, I thought he was saying like fall through the pit to go to Ferris or something.
Oh no,
Super
no.
confused. I'm like,
Get to the pit and then go south to Theris
gotcha.
from there.
So, rest in the desert.
Backing up here, we're gonna keep going.
I do kind of want to be accommodating to some of the other elves and ask what they think they'd feel comfortable. Suji's a bit more used to like sleeping outdoors.
Yeah, how you boys holding up?
We are prepared to do what the mother seeks.
I love it.
Hate them.
Indoctrinated.
Yep.
It's when you thought you could get rid of the Jehovah Witnesses by being in the middle of the waste.
Well, they're in to keep pushing if I say they keep pushing. What do we want to do? I think it's safer here. Less chance of getting spotted. Maybe go a little bit closer, but not all the way to the mountain.
I agree, and the few hours we have before nightfall would give me some time for some preparation around our campsite. I will be stringent this time.
So we did deal with quite a bit of Bahira in the mountain.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good to rest. The desert.
I'd be wary of lighting a fire too. Light can be seen from very far away.
I don't know if you hide it.
Hmm?
You gotta hide it. Dig a hole.
They're up on a mountain. They could still see down the hole. Unless it's super deep. Educate me, son. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he shows you how to essentially dig a hole with a over trough that creates light and heat. Essentially,
Oh.
you see, you don't get as much of the light absorb in and out, but you get the heat and the fire for food.
Oh. We're learning.
Yeah, you dig deep enough, you find where the water is, especially if you have water, which we don't have a lot of.
I can make water. It's fine. If we need it.
Yeah, you take the sand and you make it wet, and then you kind of pack it over with these like little holes here, and he kind of shows you the side cutouts. It's like, see there, that's gonna get the oxygen to the fire, but also lets you stick kebabs in there.
But I must say I appreciate your practicality, Sonny. Who doesn't love kebabs?
Exactly.
What's a kebab?
Now only we have basilisk meat. They took my basilisk meat. They gotta die.
That's why he's pissed.
They really took your basilisk meat.
They took my basilisk meat. They took my bahir meat. They took the goddamn teeth. They took the fuck. They took everything. They took everything.
Oh my god, Sonny. There's so much harvesting.
The only thing they didn't take was my bat guano, which was a mistake.
Is there? So we're in the valley right now.
No, you're still in the desert. You guys chose to stop.
Oh, got it. Yep. So are we on an edge of anything, or are we just in totally open area?
Currently open area.
Okay. What do we have? You said a few hours.
To get you to the mountain range, yeah.
All right, so or sorry, a few time before bed is what I'm looking for, because the alarms I'm about to put out right now are going to be
So-
absurd depending on timing.
This comes to you guys. You skip the night's sleep. You could choose to rest immediately and then start traveling in the middle of the night. Or
Ah,
so it comes down to you guys when you want to start taking your long rest.
that's interesting. I guess with the sandhole, then, I mean, if everybody's ready to rest now, then I wouldn't do all the. Actually, yeah, I would do the instant alarms then. I wouldn't do the ritual ones. Then we could get these laid out there and get to bed quickly.
Oh, we'll rest now.
Yeah.
Okay,
can
so
I can use shape water a bunch of times to what's it called? I mean, is there technically water in the air in a desert?
Not particularly. They left you water skins. You guys have
Yeah.
water.
Oh yeah, we do have waters.
They were
and also we have create, we have the spells.
Yeah. I could literally create or destroy water.
Right then. I'm going to go quickly, set some alarms, and then we can sleep and be up and moving as fast as possible.
Day naps.
Yeah, so this would be essentially, yeah, this is the equivalent of it's 4 p.m. You guys are going to take a long rest now. And by 10, 11 o'clock, because most of you are elves, as long as somebody carries Sunny, you can continue moving in the darkness of night, essentially.
Elf gang.
I have a weird question.
Sure.
Did they leave my weapon satchel thing?
No, they just
No.
did.
They took everything
Hmm.
off.
If it was visibly a weapon, they took it because they were like, we don't want you coming back to. They didn't want you to think you could come back to attack them. So they
They
took
didn't want
anything-
us doing exactly what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do not have my javelin quiver.
Correct.
Oh,
Those sons of bitches. I want to put Sunny in it.
Weaponry wise, you guys are down to whatever he was in the bags of holding, or Sunny is creating.
I will
for
produce
her.
I will produce a disc. We will put him on it.
I
He
think-
can simply sit there, and we'll keep moving.
I can wild shape if needed. Not like
This is free for me. Save your magic.
Well, free for me too.
I weigh 34 pounds. Someone just fucking carry my ass.
I will
Oh,
carry him.
7, carry him.
Yeah, easily.
Small boy.
That's what I was trying to say. I'll just carry him.
That's
I'm
fine.
a fucking gnome with attitude.
Sonny, I just wanted to give you the option of a nice, a nice disc throne on,
I used to sleep out here for fun. I don't need comfort.
All right.
That's good because I don't think that's 7's specialty.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I want to stay angry.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
Bad night's sleep, motivation. Or when I murder all of them fuckers.
Oh, my God.
You thought I was bad with Basilisk. I'm going to collect goddamn human teeth.
Oh my goodness.
Do you know what they're used for? Nothing.
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 Not magic. Just trophies in this case, eh, Sonny?
I won't even call them trophies. That gives them purpose. The goddamn vendetta. I've been doing this for years. Fuck a horn hunter.
Collecting
Is
human
this
teeth?
Sonny, is this the first time you've ever had to pursue them? Have you ever lost a tiefling before?
Have I? Never.
what made you ever decide to start helping the tieflings? What led
Me?
you to this? Yes.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Dude,
no free.
I'm so happy today we're not fighting him. fuck.
I well, fuck. Anyone got liquor? I don't got liquor left. Who's got liquor?
No.
Actually,
Do any of us have any?
I don't.
I mean, I usually have some wine, but I don't know if I have any. Like,
Fuck
Prop-
it, you're gonna get the fucking sober version.
Is that better or worse?
I don't know. Well, suits you to give you the short version. I think you all notice I am magically inclined.
yeah,
Yes.
you could say that.
I do think we've all figured that out by now.
Yeah. Well, I ain't exactly what you call traditionally trained, I suppose, as it comes to magic.
No. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's about to rock you, man.
I will try then sincerely as best. I mean, I just assumed you had gone to one of the mage academies, Sonny. And you know, we all as magic users have our quirks.
That's kind of it. I grew up around the mage academies. Specifically, I grew up out there in the woods around Istrafala. You know, it's not all mages and whimsy out there. There are people that live and exist there. Like I said, long story short, I picked up what I could from spits and scraps of magic that kind of made their way into the outlands, as they called it, forested area. And I helped a fair number of them mage academies, especially the Istrafala one, is a very prestigious thing that is very important to get invited to and be a part of. It's also a very hard thing to leave.
Is that right? DM, would I be aware of that? Obviously, my goal is Istrafala, but I don't believe I've heard anything like that.
No fucking clue.
Hey, hard to leave. Do you mean the island or the academy, or both?
A little bit of both. The island obviously is isolated, and it's only really, honestly, it's only traversable via magic. You can't really usually sail there because of the weather conditions of around Istrafala. But to be invited there to be a mage of Istrafala is obviously an important thing, and has been extended to particular skilled individuals from Vertrag and Cordath and those that are, without a magic school currently. And of course, the best of the best from some of the other schools do transfer there.
Right, and I know that they have the. We were told by a former mage of the academy that there is some sort of testing process.
There is. But they don't tell you it's really hard to leave once you've been deemed academically inclined to be a mage of Istrafala. So, like I said, I grew.
As in, if one were to request to leave, they are disallowed from doing so?
I've never seen it.
What about, are you familiar with Delori Kreskai? Because I can attest personally that he was, well, at least from my understanding of what others have told me, a mage of Istorfala, and I met him outside of the bounds of the island.
Oh, being a graduate of the school, you're able to go out and do things. I'm talking about those that are learning the ways of man.
I see.
Well, I'm not familiar with this Delari fellow. The Crest guys are a prominent name within the academic fields. Anywho, God, I wish I had some liquor. Anyway, I grew up in the forests around the school, and picked up bits and pieces of magic along the way, and it's kind of what I traded. I found those that were looking to leave and help them get off the island, get to safe places in exchange for magic and different spells.
For not learning at the academy, Sonny, you are quite the impressive mage.
I appreciate it. So one day things went a little tits up, and I was getting some mages that didn't want to be there out of there. And well, some of them academy folks found us. And usually I had no reason to leave the island, but I felt a little bit of the heat, so I jumped. And I haven't been back since. And I looked for, got some, took the coin I had and got a little drunk. Uh, and somewhere in the last, couple of years, I met up with Grant, and Grant was talking to about this grand mission he had to save a bunch of folk, and well, it tugged on my heartstrings a little bit. So, of course, I jumped in.
Sounds like you've been helping people for a long time, Sonny.
I've always felt it was the least I can do.
Kind of look back
Enough
to
of my
see you.
sob shit. Yeah.
Sonny, you met up with Grant. How long was he working with Brielle before or after you started working with him?
From the very beginning, I mean, I met both of them together. They were always, that was just the way we did things.
Why would she work with him for so long prior to the betrayal? I feel like, had we not known of the length of their relationship, I mean, maybe I would have been more skeptical, but it did appear that Grant trusted her. I wonder if they've got something on her. You'd think
To be
after all
fair,
this...
Grant was always trusting to a fault.
Hmm.
Kind of how his nature was.
Yes, but after all that time, if it was just for money, one would imagine she would have done it much sooner, not worked with him for years.
I mean, to be fair, Robbie, the horns is a lot of.
Yeah, I understand it's a lot of money, but if they were helping tieflings from the beginning, the allure of the monetary rewards would have always been there.
Sonny, do you have any idea if any of the tieflings that were traveling with you on this particular trip were of any import? Because they seemed a little hush-hush that they didn't really want to talk to us either. Because my first thought goes to Zaishori for some whatever reason. Like, she was the catalyst, but I don't think that was it.
You think they might have been targeting one of the others? Something special about them?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you even heard about Elvira. Elvira already knows. seems a bit weird. I don't think it's suited by Shuri or the broker.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything special about any of the people we were traveling with. Obviously, Tefet and Norman, they were pretty, they were outgoing folks. Breath and Lyle, I barely met them when they were getting loaded up into one of the carriages when we first set out, and for the most part, Brielle took care of them and made sure they had food, and when we stopped for dinner and lunch breaks. But yeah, no, I'm not nothing strange that I've ever seen. I've seen secretive tieflings over the years. Don't get me wrong, it's a when you come from possibly as a persecuted background as they are, being weary around folk is pretty normal.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around what would be the catalyst for her to finally trigger this deal. They seemed awfully familiar.
Well, I'm definitely looking to find out, but I'm also looking to fucking, put a fireball in her throat and watching it explode.
If she dies before we can ask any questions, I don't have a problem with it. But if she happens to be alive when all this is said and done, I'd like to know.
You got it. So take out the knees.
I'd like to make her head explode myself.
Yeah, but we can do that after. You're one of them clericy folk. Can we talk to them when they're dead? If we keep the mouth intact?
I don't believe I am strong enough to do that yet.
Oh, fuck. What if we keep the head for later?
It's possible, maybe later.
If we have the opportunity. I know I'm getting ahead of myself here.
To keep her head?
No, yeah, yes and no. To let her potentially keep her head. The Horn Hunters should be dealt with swiftly. I'm not opposed to handing her over to Zepharel to face their justice.
No, wait, I can speak with the dead. You're onto something, Sonny. I forgot I had that.
Hell yeah, keep the head intact, boys! Woo!
This is still the night of, right?
Yep, this is that, you guys took a long rest during that midday period.
Yep.
And thankfully you guys have 3 extra elves, so you guys can choose which periods you want to stay awake and have conversations, because they can always take the later watches.
Yep. And I would say 2 per watch, and I'm sending Tinkers out there all night. Eye in the sky. Not high in the sky, just,
Yeah, like a fucking hawk.
Mm-hmm.
God, I can't wait to murder someone.
Zoth is going to be with 7 as usual.
I feel like with how you play Tinkers, I should have been a warlock with one of those familiars that can actually attack.
Little imp bastard.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me a fucking chance, coach.
He can do 1 damage. I will get him a kill before this campaign is over.
His one thing has helped so many times. Yeah, I think he's kept me enraged before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. Sometimes it's better that he only does 1.
Is it? Since we poured over to the new 2024, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Wait, meaning familiars don't attack anymore at all, or
No, in the 2024 player's handbook, barbarians as a bonus action can continue their rage for no reason.
oh,
Just
good, because
keep it going.
this whole punch the
Makes
ground or
sense.
have somebody punch you was kind of dumb. So I'm glad that doesn't have
Yes.
to happen anymore.
You know,
I have
it
to
is
be hit or hit.
Yeah, that's
as
that makes
as a bonus action. You
it
can
makes more
continue
sense
your
that
rage.
Yeah.
within one's own mind, if they focused on it, they could keep themselves angry.
Are you
I'm
saying
still
I can
pissed.
Stay angry.
Yeah.
It's been 6 seconds. I'm still
angry.
So,
Yes.
but anywho, is there anything else you wish to accomplish before an evening's rest? Any spells you would like to cast? Anything you would like to do?
I'm going to be doing a combination of things that I can accomplish quickly enough within, so I'm gonna burn some alarm. I'm gonna go in the direction of the mountain.
Mhm.
I'm gonna call it 500 feet. I'm gonna be doing instant cast of alarms in an arc formation, basically covering as much ground as I can, generally lining, away from us. Then I'm going back in the other direction, and I'm going to set one alarm around and I will take the 10 minutes to do this, around a decoyed Schmitz dome.
Okay.
I will pray again.
You know it's not a decoy if you're not in it, right?
The point would be that if they are keeping an eye on this area, scouting, and something gets ambushed, it's not us.
I'm saying you have to be there, though.
Yes, initially.
Okay.
And I will cast it, and then I will leave it, and
No,
I will come back to the group. Boom.
Read the spell. As soon as you
Oh.
leave, it dissipates.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yep.
Sorry.
You
Okay.
have to stay in the dome the whole time.
Oh, never mind.
You can
I'm
do
not-
that. You can do
Alright.
it. You just have to stay there.
Maybe it is. No, it really needs to be none of us there. That's fine. I won't do that.
It is
My
the
bad.
caveat. So you, as the spellcaster, can't peek your head out of the dome and keep casting
And
spells.
start shooting spells off? Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
I gotcha.
You have to stay in the dome the entire time.
Got it. My bad.
Nope. No worries.
I'd like to pray again, but with feeling. I need help. I'm just going to keep it very vague.
What feeling are you trying to convey?
That I need help. I'm not strong enough yet. I don't know. And I'm mad. I want to kill Zane. Very badly. And Brielle. Brielle.
Sorry, give me a religion check with disadvantage.
Right. Get double sevens on it. 9.
I got some bad news.
Yeah.
No, not that. Sorry. I'm interrupting. But I was just on 5e tools, and I don't know if they need to still fix the website or anything, but every spell that has a Player's Handbook 24 version is now showing that. And if I go, oh, okay, well, take off the Player's Handbook 2024, add on 2014. It does not replace with the old version of those spells. Those spells don't disappear.
Yeah, I don't know what 5e tools is doing.
Not thrilled about that.
I will let you guys know. I'm probably gonna set this up. I intend to set this campaign up in D&D Beyond because I have everything fully unlocked, so you can get legacy and new content.
And that has it'd be Roll20 functionality.
Yes.
Too. Oh, interesting. Huh.
So I plan to fuck around with that at some point, but yes, that's on my to-do list. That you can make your characters in D&D Beyond and have them fully unlocked because
nice.
We can do shit with that. Anyway. But yes. Seven's praying, Ravi setting spells.
I'm having a sermon with my boys. Fuck you, CG.
I don't think I'm doing too much. I'm helping use shape water to do the sand stuff or maybe build some coverage, make some good berries. Nothing too crazy.
7 will help dig the fire hole because his hands are essentially shovels.
That works.
Yeah.
Yep, you help Sunny create the the fire pits as well as the latrines that these humans need to use because
Disgusting. Always leaking.
We are a leaky bunch.
Yeah.
look, Seven. Sometimes a gnome's got to shit in the desert. All right.
Yeah. I get. Okay. Gonna make it extra deep.
I have a theory that Ravi just shits in his pants and prestidigitates it away.
Hey man, 5 cubic feet of space. Nobody shit in that big. Not in this
Yo,
movie.
wizards don't poop, bro.
It's the J.K.
Might.
Rowling rule.
There-
They magic it away.
there is an entire thing in a Dimension 20 season where they were essentially at Hogwarts that there
Oh
are
my God.
toilets. You just magic your poop away.
Oh,
And only
DM.
Americans asked, where does the poop go?
Uh,
Anyway, well, yes, I'm a DM. I can answer questions that are not related to poop. Or to poop. I don't know.
mhm.
Did you have a non-poop related question, Ravi?
No.
Oh, okay.
My question was about poop.
Fair enough. Cool. So, as the group of you set up camp for the afternoon into the early evening, taking watches, setting yourselves up. The rest of the day and into the early evening goes uneventful. The last of you wake up out of your trances. It is pitch black, but for you, other than like the small glow of the underground fire that you have lit, that's enough for the campsite essentially to have light, but not draw too much attention. Um, it is the middle of the night. You are all awake. You have completed a long rest, so all of you do lose 1 point of exhaustion.
Mhm.
What do you want to do?
Kill Zane.
Keep start our march once again.
So
Heard a
at this
few
point,
different spells, but yeah.
yep. So at this point, it is a couple hours till you hit the mountain range. Are you attempting to? You're not sure based on the survival checks that were made exactly where you'll hit the mountain range. Whether you're going to be like the aiming point was where the valley exit was essentially. You're not sure how far off you are from that. The question is, at this point, you see the mountains in the distance. You cannot physically not get to the mountains. The question is, do you want to go further north? Do you want to go further south? Do you want to just keeping the path you're currently going on? How do you want to approach the mountains? And is there any particular point where you're trying to be more stealthy or undercover in the night here?
Well, that's definitely a yes. But and we give some thoughts on the approach. I'm just thinking about it.
I don't think we're being too stealthy like an hour before reach.
Wait, so when you say approach from these other because are there other like mountain passes? I mean, we had to go through a path. You know what I
Well,
mean?
so the idea is, you guys, since you didn't have a map, you've been going in survival checks that you guys have been making.
Mhm.
You're not sure if you're directly gonna hit the mountain pass that you left from. You're gonna hit the mountains.
Oh.
You're gonna hit them. There's
Oh,
no
I
way
see.
you don't hit the mountains. You can aim further northward or further southward, or you can keep going on the path you're going, thinking you're going to hit somewhere around where the mountain pass was that you left, which is what the goal was essentially. So it's just how you want to approach the mountain range is essentially the question here.
Well, Sonny, how many times per day can you use that tracking spell?
This is that level spell. Let me double check how many times I can cast that spell. Four. But that cuts me off from the top range of all the spells I can do.
So we should be prudent in our use of that magic from Sunny. Then, anyone have a good reason we shouldn't just continue forward under the assumption we're roughly where we're supposed to be on the return path?
No.
One small correction. It lasted an hour. Thought it was 10 minutes. It's an hour.
Oh, okay. So that might change things.
An hour and 1,000 feet in every direction from you?
1,000 feet every direction.
Okay.
For an hour.
So we should still wait until we're in these mountains for him to trigger it.
Yes.
I say we begin our approach. Once we're close, we begin taking precautions for our stealth, how conspicuous we are. In case they're scouting, we can send... I look at Vinteth. We can send the familiars ahead in a couple of different directions.
Mm-hmm.
At least get, just to be as aware as we can.
Sounds good to me.
And when we get closer, I can create some shadows to help us go in a bit more stealthily.
Mm-hmm. Whatever help we can get, CG.
Especially since it's darker.
Mm-hmm. And Chris, sorry, I can't make.
Yeah.
You can do that a bunch of times, right?
Yeah, it's a level 2 spell.
Oh, that's 2, not 3. Okay, it's even better.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are we continuing forward?
Yes.
I'm gonna gather my elf boys around, and I'm gonna ritual cast
Boys, elf, boys.
augury. And we're gonna pray to the mother together for safety through the night, steady hands with the blade, and ask her if this is a good idea. Specifically going into the mountains at night.
It's pretty cool.
Let's see what we got. I would say so I guess first question is Vinteth. What is your divining tool here?
bones.
Oh.
I think I had like a long time ago. We never really talked about what I use, but I had thought of elf finger bones that I got from the church way back when.
I would say with that, as you cast your bones, as you have your elf boys around you, you get a strong feeling of both weal and woe.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make a show of it. I'm gonna close my eyes, throw my head back, and then like blink a couple times, and use thaumaturgy to make my eyes glow for like 1 or 2 blinks. Then stare at the bones and be like, shit. It's good and bad. And then instead of like relaying that to the party, I'm gonna start explaining to them why it's good and bad.
Oh, that's a good thing, because I was about to be like, oh great, the mother's being wishy-washy again.
I'm explaining to my elf boys. I'm not talking to you guys yet.
Wow, we're not even his elf boys. Shit.
Damn shame.
Has Seven ever seen anyone give the finger before in this world?
Yes. You for sure have.
Seven-
Because we've all given each other the finger at one point or another, I'm sure.
Seven's giving Vincent the finger and his elf voice. Well, you need magic to make your eyes glow. Why don't you just do that?
What is the finger in Zelenkov?
Well, the Vinta, that means it's good for us and bad for them, right? It means death from above is coming.
If only you knew how true that was. If only you knew. Yes, my son.
We are death and we are her instrument. We are coming for them.
I like that attitude. Keep it up. Well, the mother has spoken to me directly here and there. She's more of a pushes your feelings onto you. Here, cast. I'm gonna have them try and cast a bone, see if they feel anything. It's more like I'm getting a very good feeling and chills down the back of my neck. So it's hard to tell exactly.
He has spoken. We shall win, but some of us would die and then go to the mother, and that's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
We shall die for the cause.
You just made zealots.
They're just like me. Aw.
And they have also earned my wrath towards them.
Perhaps we have earned the mother's trust, and we shall survive, and maybe Suji will die.
Why do you say that? Why Suji specifically?
We get a sense that he should die.
What's your
Or
name?
might die.
What's your name?
Yes.
There we go.
Give the names.
I am Dranor.
Dranor.
It's nice to know you, Dran.
First one out.
Seven refuses to learn any of their names. Purposely just nope. Dreamclaw got it.
Be fine. Just
I'm trying to think of what I would name him as like an assistant, like title.
Altar boy.
No altar boy.
Yeah, you're gonna molest. Forgot we were recording this.
I mean, since it's being recorded, I'm not. Suji's like mentally, even though he doesn't hear anything, he's just like, Man, I feel some racism coming from that group.
Hey guys,
Good Strauss.
there will be no holy religious figures in this campaign molesting children. We play D&D to escape reality.
Yeah. We can trust this government.
Turns out they can't.
Oh.
Hail Crowhaven.
Some things are just true to life.
Oh Christ. I'm naming you, Draenor, my assistant. You're gonna be my right hand man. I like your attitude.
You've heard that. I have been blessed by the right hand of the mother.
Does that mean he's the assistant to the right hand of the mother?
Yes.
Seven won't even dig them a grave.
Oh my god.
Graves are inconsequential. We will return to the mother in death.
Yes, but you shouldn't be eager to die for the mother. The mother has use for you. Don't be stupid.
Yes, until we are dead. In which case, then we return to the mother. We will make sure we accomplish our goals in life to death.
My son, I'm gonna slap him on the back real hard and keep my hand there. Like, value your life. You are more used to the mother alive than dead. You are more used to me alive than dead. And I serve the mother. You serve me. Therefore, you serve the mother. Remember
Yes,
that.
Serve you alive. Until it is known that we no longer are needed to be alive, and therefore our lives are sacrificial to you to make sure you are alive. Because you should be alive.
Vintef, you don't understand this guy by now.
It's a level of fanaticism that even is scary to me.
Hey, Vinteth,
Because it's uneducated fanaticism. Yes, Seven.
Yeah.
remember how you told me to dispose of bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're getting that treatment.
No, I could use them even after death. Don't no.
No.
They're still useful to me.
No.
What now? Yeah, Robbie, at that income. What?
Well, beforehand, Vinteth viewed me as a disposal. To get rid of evidence. I will get rid of any evidence they existed here.
I mean,
You hear that, brothers? In death, we are still useful to the mother.
Yes, you will fuel the seed inside of me.
The world tree seed runs on Soylent Green.
Yeah. Been a while. It's had a whole bunch of bullywogs, a whole bunch of non-life engines. Has yet to have an elf. Had elementals.
Let me rephrase, boys. Don't die unless I tell you to.
Understood. We will fight to the last man.
Attaboy.
I just whisper, whoever's like closest near me, he's gonna be the first one to die.
Yes, he is.
I'm gonna like my back's turned to him. I'm just gonna like raise my hand and be like wave it off. Like, stop. We all know what's gonna happen. Just let it happen.
Yeah. They're not to me. Their heads don't go on pikes.
If they live, I'm gonna need to sit down with them and explain to them that they need to be not as dumb as they are.
You have created fanatical worshippers. Deal with it.
Yep.
Dude, they're going home with you if they survive this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
before we hit-
they come into Moran.
Yeah.
You saved a stray. Deal with the fact that the pack's coming with you.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But I need them to tone it down a notch. We serve the mother. We have a purpose. We don't go, yeah, die for the mother. We're not the Death's Embrace. We're not any of the other fucking psychopath sects that came after me. We're smart. We're directly connected.
Yes, correct. We are whatever you tell us we are. So get telling us what we are. Cult leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another note to broker. Vinteth created another problem.
How's this a problem? This is a boon.
Nope, it's already
We
written.
have,
He has
we have
dedicated followers.
we've reached the point where you can't start hand waving away. I tell my disciples X, Y, and Z. You better start actually telling them what they should believe because they're fanatical.
Oh boy.
Tell them when they die, they will be eaten.
Oh, good. Vinteth, are you going to start teaching the elves about the mother? Can I listen in?
We've been having prayer every night since we started this trip. Just don't throw your lives away. I'm gonna leave it at that. We can get more in details later. Protect me, protect the party, protect yourselves. But we're more important than you.
Yep. Yeah, bro.
Understood.
Vinted has his own worshippers.
If I could bring you back, I will. If not, you'll serve me in death. All for the mother. Capiche?
For the mother!
For the mother.
As you continue on your way in the wee hours of the evening and into the early next morning, as you approach the looming mountain range in the distance, you quickly find yourself. So I would say at this point, if you're moving stealthily, I would like stealth checks from everybody. And if there's anything
Great.
else you're doing to help with the group stealth check.
And is this with the pass without trace?
This would be the time to cast Pass Without a Trace if you're trying to.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is still on approach to the mountain, or we've hit the mountain? I'm sorry.
You guys are within, as you wake up the next morning, move a couple hours, you're within like an hour of the mountain, essentially.
Okay.
If you're trying to
So
approach
yeah,
it
I think
quietly.
this would be the
stealthily
time
in
for
night.
the first
Yep.
usage. Yep.
So plus 10 to all your rolls.
The whole
For
the whole time I'm
Like-
thinking just like this is how these idiots see me, isn't it? Oh no.
No.
He learned.
Roach, I know it's a group check, but do I get advantage for the boots?
You do your individual stealth checks. So I will
Okay.
say, so for this, Path Without a Trace hits you plus 10 people, or is it just 10 people total, Chris? Or is it everybody within range of you?
Everything within 30 feet that's like
So
willing our
we just all have to know to stay close to Suji.
Yep.
Right.
All right, so advantage.
It's not advantage, it's plus 10 to the roll.
No, I know, but then I also have the boots.
Yes. Yeah.
So I get advantage. And
Yes.
plus 10.
You have advantage. So everybody else just gets plus 10.
Okay. 15.
Ooh, 30.
Well, so I fight.
Well, thank goodness for the Pass Without Trace, huh, boys? Those are my rolls with Pass Without Trace.
Are we rolling for the companions too?
Yes, you certainly should.
Dear people, Vintage.
I mean, that is an accurate 7 stealth roll, so thank goodness for Suji on this one.
Yeah. But also
Then again-
accurate Suchi roll.
So thank goodness for Suji's own spell on himself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess I should make one for Tinkers too. He's
Yep.
One sec.
Zoth is a cat. He's pretty stealthy. He gets plus 6
is.
already.
So
Yeah,
yeah, 29 for Zoth. Zoth is good. 23 for Tankers.
Mhm.
Cool. Cool. More successes than failures. That is all we care about. Cool. I rolled really well for the 3 elves and Sunny. So yeah, you all, in the wee hours of the night with the darkness still around you, you all start to make your way and you get closer and closer to the foot of the mountain range. I guess this is the point where I'm asking, where you continue on a straight path to where you think like where the valley entrance was, were you going further north or are you going further south? Like what was your end goal mind for when you hit the mountain as a group?
I guess I'll turn to everyone. Do we want to send the familiars out to scout or anything else? I mean, they won't be under the benefits of Suji's magic. But maybe they catch an eye of something before we would.
I mean, Tinkers can fly. I'm pretty sure.
I don't have a problem sending him. I mean, there is a risk there. There are a lot of them. And if they see him, they might be clued in.
Mm.
But it's also possible he could spot something before them.
Zoth is a black cat.
And it is nighttime.
It is nighttime. I was going to say Suji is a black elf. And it is nighttime.
Yeah, because it's nighttime, I could send Tinkers. Just keep him 100 feet up. Let him get a bird's eye view.
Because if they have any alarm spells randomly throughout.
So I will say this. This is not so much where the familiars are scouting. Where are you guys trying to hit the mountain? This is where you guys are trying to get to, essentially, in this trap.
We said we're going to keep roughly moving forward and assume we were on the right path, right? We don't have any other reason to go north or south right now.
So you're just going to go straight for what you
assume,
think was...
I assume we don't... do we recognize anything on the approach? Any sort of landmarks? Any sort of unique rocks or trees or anything that would have clued us in to being in a... Okay.
Nothing, yeah. Basically, you guys are going on the path you think would get you close to where the valley exit was.
Okay. So then
that's the only landmark you guys
have. Same direction, I guess.
So then we just keep moving, right?
Okay, cool. Very good.
Like, he's about to pull out like some crazy ass map like you did for the fucking the passing in the ocean.
I'm ready.
Quicksand.
You continue on your way for a few hours in the darkness as you approach the base of the mountain. As you get to the mountain range, you see probably about 80 or so feet north of you. You see where the exit of Hell's Valley was. So you guys are a little bit off track from where you guys left the mountain range originally.
Just get a drink real quick. Sorry.
I mean, 80 feet's pretty damn close. That's a good job.
Yeah, you guys are within 100 feet. But to the best of your knowledge, you move quietly and stealthily, kind of circling around where Suji is to keep that, again, you feel your footsteps are, for the most part, cushioned. You see the darkness of the night is kind of wrapping around your forms from the Pass Without a Trace spell that kind of clings to you as you continue to move forward. You move throughout the darkness of the night, and finally, as you kind of get to where the shadow of where the moonlight is hitting the mountain range, you get where the shadow is kind of like being casted by the mountains, and that kind of envelops your forms as all of you are disappearing into this night magic that Suji is casting. You think you have gone unnoticed. You have made it to the mountain range. What would you wish to do?
I mean, they left us with food and water to make our way back, so I assume they're gonna know we're coming back the same way. Or at least they would think we would go back the exact same way.
And so at some point we have to diverge
Mm-hmm.
and attempt to find. DM, when we came this way on this path, were there any other paths? There were a few other paths we could have taken, right? So we don't necessarily have to make a north or south approach now.
Throughout the valley, yes. Once you got, you don't know how many other exits there were from the valley range. But while you guys were traveling through like the rocks, the valley like rocks and stuff, there were forks in the road that you chose to ignore. So once you get back in, you could redirect, but you're not sure if there's any other outlets on this side.
Gotcha. we pressing forward?
Yes. You have no choice but to keep going forward.
Where's forward? Where are we going? Are we just gonna keep heading into the mountains? Are we gonna start looking for shit? Like, what are we doing?
Are we gonna try to get on top of the mountains?
We could do
Yes.
that. We could get up top.
I'm not opposed to trying to find higher elevation, get us a better view of things. But
We know that one squirrely motherfucker disappeared into the rocks. Do we go back there maybe and try to like backtrack? I don't know.
I guess that's the point, Sonny. They probably have some sort of hidden paths.
You're doing this long enough. I have to assume you do, right? They got ways of doing shit.
And with those hidden paths, now that I really think about it, that might be the only way to actually get to their base, wherever they're actually operating out of.
Honestly, it might be the least suspected way we get there, right? If we find one of them and just take it back and then murder anybody we see. I like murdering people.
I sincerely doubt they would expect anyone to go through their own tunnels. Maybe we should try to find them.
Is the way still blocked?
Yeah, we probably have to climb up the rocks that we left.
It's just us.
Shouldn't be too bad.
It's true. There's no carts, so we're not flying shit. We could fly to go faster. Some of us, we can cast fly on some of the stronger guys and just lift us all over. Be over in a couple, less than a couple minutes. Sure, not ready for that shit.
Flying disc, pelicans. We have ways to get up this mountain.
Yeah.
We may, if we're trying to go up the sides, looking for these hidden paths, it could make sense to save the flies. We save the spells. Once we're over, we find, roughly speaking, the spot where we were initially attacked by them, where we know they came out seemingly out of nowhere from those paths. And we use that as our staging ground to try to figure out, see if we can find these hidden tunnels, whatever they might be using. Everyone, is this stupid? Is this great?
No.
Someone, please.
No, I think it's a good idea because, like, how else were they able to get their archers above us? There had to be some different way than the way we were taking to like navigate through all this. Because there's no way they're going to be out here in the open dealing with these freaking purple worms all the time. They had to make a system. There's no other way. Because if only their captain is the only one strong enough to handle these worms, no, like they're gonna find their way around this. Tunnels are not a dumb idea at all.
Okay, so we save the flies, we save the spells, and get over this thing ourselves.
Yes, that's DM. Do I still have my spider boots?
I would say yeah.
Okay,
I don't
cool.
think they took your boots off. They didn't run your shoes.
Yo, Jordans.
Yeah,
I have them too.
Oh yeah, so 7 can carry someone, at least one person on each trip.
Yeah.
No, I can carry like 3 people. They took over 100 pounds of my equipment.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
I'm like
That's true.
naked.
Oh, he's light. He
wow. Yeah, he's lean and mean right now.
is. He's as fast as I am right now. He has like
I'll
no way out there.
I mean, I'll throw this out there, and I don't mind doing it and staying, but you guys did bring up a good point. Do they assume we're coming back this way to like lick our wounds and head back through the back the way we came, essentially?
That would be my line of thinking. If I were them, I would have scouts posted watching the valley.
Well, I mean, assuming that, I could, how is it? If we're looking, I mean, it might dilute our manpower a little bit, but he points back at the other three elven gentlemen. I could arrange an illusion of sorts that we continued on our way, and assuming they haven't seen us, which I think we stayed pretty quiet through the desert there. Um,
How far would such an illusion stretch? How long would it last?
hour or so.
Hmm.
Gives us at least a possible divine ability that could say they saw us heading back through the valley. Now the other thing is I could save the magic if we feel like we could, you know, continue on the like if we make a big stink like, oh man, we're so bummed we're heading back through the valley ourselves and then double back, we could do that if we don't want to,
That was gonna be my thought because we did see the other extra tunnels on the way in, so we could double
Yeah,
back and then try one of those paths.
could just make a big stink about it, like, oh man, I can't believe we got and just licking our wounds the way through the valley.
I like that.
I do too.
Like, let them see us and then murder them.
I like that the most. She'll murder them.
The Lear over here has pretty good awareness, so if anyone is spying on us, he might be able to catch on.
For
Give
sure.
us a sense of direction.
I'm waiting for one of them to just pop up and be like, "Hey man, no hard feelings, right?" And Sonny just fucking explodes them.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that sounds like a solid plan for sure.
But yeah, maybe we make a big stink in the morning, like, oh man, we got here and can't believe we gotta go back and shit and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I like
And we
this
double
plan.
back and murder them all.
Honey, I
You're
like
right.
the
I
way you
mean, at the end of the day, trying to find their headquarters is going to be guesswork, regardless, until you use your spells. So theoretically, where we approach from shouldn't matter if we press forward far enough into the mountain.
Elvira did say keep heading the direction you were, or like back towards them, whatever. So maybe she's expecting us to go back to the valley too.
Or she expected us to show up there.
Oh, I see. You're saying we might accidentally avoid our reinforcements. Is that your thought?
No, I'm saying that she might assume that we're going back the way we came. Because if
Mm.
she's aware of the situation, I have to assume that she was aware of our travel here as well.
Well, we have a couple hours before sunup. I think we bog down here in the wake of the mountain range. Figure out who we need to contact and who we might meet up with. Maybe talk to some people, and then, like I said, make a big show of it in the morning. Like, oh man, I can't believe we fucking lost, and just leave and
Yes.
kill
I agree.
people.
Yeah, you're right. This could be a good time to simply check in with the people we've called to, and hopefully get an update. I'm
For the
down.
most part, we
to
just
buckle down.
need to be scouting, and that's it. As much as we want to kill them all.
Yeah, of course. And I know we need to scout. I just mean right now. Are we going to stay here then for the moment? Because I can reach back out to Katori and the broker and see what's going on that side of things.
Yeah.
I like that idea. It's a better strategy than just attacking them blind. can alert Victoria that we are back in mountain range.
So if we double back and take a different path, we'll be going north.
We took the more northern path. We go south.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna. I guess we don't. If the broker tells us, we don't really need Katori to tell us also. So I'll message the broker. Actually, no, because Katori might already be here. I'll message Katori first. Wait, it's not the morning, so he might be asleep, right? Whatever.
Like
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try it.
midnight, yeah. It's deep in the evening at this point. Yeah.
I'll try it. We approach the mountain, deciding on final approach strategy now. We'll be moving again in hours. Did the broker help? Where are you? Can we meet? 24th.
Making way to rendezvous. JJ's gonna slingshot me.
What?
We'll know soon.
Oh
Hopefully,
my
see
God.
you there.
Yeah,
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
that's the best session.
As I turn to the group, you have got to be fucking kidding me.
Huh?
The broker is going to be slingshotting Katori. Remember the sending spells. I do not have details.
Didn't you say he was outside Glairden? How the fuck is the broker gonna slingshot him?
Well, he said he is making his way now to the rendezvous. He was not specific.
Oh.
So I imagine he's coming to some closer location, but even so, I have many questions. I don't know if we're going to get answers for those, but hopefully...
It doesn't sound like the first time.
If not this, I could feel the exasperation in his voice, and I'm sure the broker has done crazy bullshit like this before. At least.
Dan, what'd you say the name of
Right.
the valley was? Hell's Pass?
Yeah.
Okay, so I should reach out to Elvira. You guys? Dearest Elvira, we've arrived at the entrance to Hell's Pass. Please advise. That's it.
I have operatives in position. They know what they need to do. Help would certainly be appreciated. Find them.
That it?
Yep.
She says she has people in place. Should appreciate our help too. So go find them. I assume.
Okay.
I told her we were here. She said they're in position, which means they're in the area. Go find them.
Okay.
Maybe they'll
So-
find us.
Right. So we keep moving. We go forward with the plan. And I guess at some point we hope Katori falls out of the sky?
I wonder if he's. Did you tell him that they took the old sword too? Because I'm sure he's gonna be pissed that they took the sword that he killed.
I didn't tell him they took the sword, but I told him they took Zaishori. I imagine he's smart enough to make the connection.
I hope so. I feel like that's gonna be his main motivator.
He seemed to be rather enthusiastic about the fact that she got the weapon. I wouldn't be surprised if he, had some level of fondness for her too. But, I mean, you're right. I'm sure he doesn't like those fucking horn hunters having his sword. Anyway. So we move forward.
So you finish what you're doing. You spend a couple hours before sunset preparing yourselves for whatever ruse or thing you're going to do as you pass through Hell's Valley or continue to search. As you wait for allies, you continue to find any signs you can of Zaishori and the group that absconded with her. As you sit here in the mountain range, preparing for what is to come, that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Hey.
Well,
To be continued.
we got a plan.
We
We
do.
enacted that plan. We're coming, Zaishori! We will help you doom this world. I mean, we will save you.
We
Yeah,
are
that-
heroes.
That dark cloud was kind of sus.
Yeah.
Well, me as a
Ominous.
character was like, that's something else to worry about later.
Yeah, like we've got bigger problems, but
I'm
that's one of
like-
those things. that
As
needs to be
Suji
tackled.
produces a black cloud that we travel through.
Mhm. Yeah, we knew that it was gonna be a conversation at some point.
Yep.
Did you take note where Workin spawned that little storm for a second?
Did I see that in the distance?
The only person that saw it was Valir.
Okay, so then no, obviously I didn't do shit.
I mean, I
That's-
remembered.
That's what I figured, because he said, like, when he was talking about it, he said, like, oh, you see often. Yeah.
Yeah, I meant to ask him like, where was that? Maybe she pointed to the fucking camp and we. Base.
Maybe. Would be
Yeah,
nice
Ross.
if, But
Because as far as my character knows, you guys were just off doing your own thing. I was just mentally preparing
guess-
myself.
Yeah.
you're right, maybe it's on me to say something like, well, prayed to walk and got nothing, and then maybe, yeah. Next.
Fucking Valir. Piece of shit.
Thank you all for playing. Hope you all enjoyed the fallout of the Rescue Saishori arc.
I do appreciate
yeah.
how murdery Sunny is. That makes me a
Yes.
little more confident that we're gonna, be able to pull this off.
He's mad.
Yeah, he's pretty pissed.
He took his
Dude,
meat.
no, they
Yeah.
they took his meat and they took his perfect record. Dude's never lost a tiefling, and he's not about to.
Unless he
Oh,
just says
yeah.
fuck it and wipes the floor with all of them. Scorched earth, motherfucker. Fuck the tieflings.
Look, in the worst case scenario, if we can't save the tieflings, I get Zaishori out of there. Like, I just gotta get close enough to, like, vortex warp her out of there. and then
Elvira is helping.
and then
It is in our best interest to fucking try.
No, I know. I'm saying we're gonna try to save all the tieflings. But if saving all the tieflings becomes impossible, then we're gonna take Zaishori and get her the fuck out of there, and we're gonna leave.
Mhm.
That's just. I feel like that's we might not say that out loud because of Sunny, but I feel like all of our group kind of knows, like, if shit hits the fan, we're gonna try to get Zaishori and just dipset real quick.
Yeah.
There's some very good. You guys contacted a very good group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nothing I can be mad about there. You contacted the right people who gave you, who I rolled checks for to see if they remembered certain things. Yeah, everything went pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for assembling the Avengers.
Yes. Oh my god, yeah, shit's about to pop off on this run. Yeah, I
Oh.
do want to murder all of these people, and I hope we pull it off for sure.
I will say this, Chris. I took a picture of it just to make sure nobody calls me on my bullshit. I rolled a 97 on a D100 roll to see if Workin or not if Hendrik responded.
Yeah.
What was the chance? 5%?
It was
It's like a little
better
higher.
than 5. It was probably like 15 ish,
Oh, okay.
give or take. But I rolled a 97. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do something.
That's a good one.
Um,
The weapon magically reappearing in his hands is a pretty fucking awesome one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty accurate to Suji though. He's been getting everything from working. Yeah, I mean, not working from Hunter.
Hendrix, my
Yeah.
Well, 'cause the
refinery
idea-
daddy.
the idea of it is though it's like it was supposed to be the idea that like you are technically not attuned to the scythe, you are attuned to the pauldron which granted you the scythe, so therefore if you are in tune enough to your desire you can just bring that shit back to you.
Mm.
Like, yes, you forged it, but you forged it because of the pauldron, which is why it's not two separate attunement slots, you are just attuned to the pauldron.
Shit's busted, yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's essentially a pact weapon, in which case you and me have a warlock deal to make at some point.
Oh yeah, that is based. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, it's true. And in which case, Hendrik, I feel like
He did ask
if-
for something.
Yes, but he's still one of the best ones so far because he's given him all this, and he is still not asked him for anything so far. It's a pretty sweet deal up to this point.
Just tell Hendrik we don't worry about that.
No.
I know which god I had to fight, and I'm gonna be the goddamn thing.
Suji is a big believer of kick the can economics.
Mhm.
I mean, of course. Then later Suji has to deal with it.
Exactly.
That's not me.
That bill never comes due because I just kicked the can again.
Exactly.
Oh, you want my firstborn? No problem.
Never has children.
I'm like, hey, wait a second. I know someone who can help hide my firstborn.
Anyone
So
see,
that-
anyone see the show Fall of the House of Usher?
No.
Nope.
I've heard of
It's
it.
just it's very similar themes to what we're talking about the idea of like, a deal being made and like these consequences for someone that's not you and the legacy and all. Anyway, but it's a pretty good show.
I'm familiar with the OG play. Like same thing?
I believe it's play. I'm not.
Is
I'm
it
not
isn't
sure on
House of Usher Shakespeare or some shit?
Yes, it does have ties to that, I believe. Yeah, because there are like multiple episodes that have like a specific theme that relates to like one of these stories.
Oh, they did like an anthology type thing.
Yeah. But,
Gotcha.
no, sorry, no, it's one continuous story. But like each episode has a theme based on fuck. It's been like years since I've seen this. It's been a couple of years, but so I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I'll look it up. I'll send some thing.
You should read Needful Things too. It's a good
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen King.
Oh.
All right, good night, stream.